I'm Pastor Aaron Harrison. This video is about money mistakes that you should avoid in your 40s. Your 40s is a pivotal time for you financially. Most people have settled into their careers and they're climbing up the ladder, getting raises and promotions. The financial decisions that you make in your 40s will either set you on track for financial freedom or it'll place you on a road where you will literally have to pay for your mistakes. The biggest mistake that you can make in your 40s is not properly preparing for your retirement. Many people in their 20s don't properly prepare for retirement because they feel like they are young and they can think about all that stuff later. And many people don't adequately fund their retirement in their 30s because they feel like they'll make a lot more money in the next few years and they can just catch up then. By the time you are in your 40s, not preparing for retirement is not even an option. So the first thing you need to do is have a financial vision of how much money you'll need when you retire. After you have that financial vision, then you need to check to see how much money you currently have saved for retirement. Then you need to go with retirement projections to see whether or not you're projected to hit that income that you envision for yourself. If you do not have enough money to hit the income that you envision for yourself when you retire, then you need to figure out what can you do to supplement that income to make sure you'll have what you need when you retire. In your 20s, it's okay to not have a retirement plan. In your 30s, it's okay to invest in retirement without fully understanding how much you'll need when you retire. But by the time you reach your 40s, it's essential that you know exactly where you're going and how you're going to get there. In addition to preparing for retirement, you should have a comprehensive financial plan. In your 20s and 30s, you can get away with having a good detailed budget. But by your 40s, you need to have a detailed financial plan that includes things such as your retirement savings, all of your investments, how much savings you have, how you're managing your debt, and your plan for your future, such as your estate planning. There's a saying that those who fail to plan, plan to fail, meaning that if you do not have an actual plan for your retirement, then you are setting yourself up for failure. At this time, it's also important to check on your investments and to make sure that they are not too conservative or they are not too aggressive. If your investments are too conservative, what that means is you will not earn enough interest on your money to give you the income that you desire when you retire. And if your investments are too aggressive, that means that you are risking all that you have. The younger you are, the more aggressive you can be, because if the market takes a downturn, then you can actually withstand that and you can keep on investing and catch up in the future. The older you get, what you want to do is invest more conservatively so that you do not lose everything that you have. So your investment should be averaging at least 8 to 12% each and every year. Another huge money trap in your 40s is lifestyle inflation. Lifestyle inflation means as your income increases, your spending also increases, which means the more money that you make, the more money you spend. Lifestyle inflation is a trap that many people fall into, and you especially have to be careful of this when you're in your 40s. The reason is because in your 40s, you're gonna most likely get promotions, you're gonna get raises, so your income is going to increase. If you have children, maybe you feel like, oh, my house needs to be bigger, or maybe you've always dreamed of just a nice car and now you're actually making an income where you can be able to go out and purchase that new nice car that you want to. You feel like you've sacrificed in your 20s, you sacrificed in your 30s, and your 40s is your time to travel, to eat well, to be able to drive an expensive car, to live in a nice home, but you have to be careful. The reason you have to be careful is because lifestyle inflation is one of the biggest middle class traps that keep people from getting ahead. If you don't own a home in your 40s, owning a home is one of the best things that you can do to help create financial freedom for yourself in the future. If you do own a home, then you probably have equity in your home, and some people will refinance and cash out that equity. Some people will jump into a bigger, newer, nicer home so that they can enjoy it with their family. But you should also be thinking about retirement. And if you have a 30-year mortgage and you start that over in your 40s, look at when you will retire. The goal for a home mortgage should be to pay it off before you retire, so that when you retire, you do not need as much money coming in. That's important because most people do not make as much money once they retire as they did before they retire. And so if you see yourself in that situation, then having a paid off home is something that will help you out tremendously. Driving a nice car, eating at nice restaurants, and going out on nice vacations are all good, and you should do all of those things, but you should do them in proportion to your income. What takes priority in your 40s is to make sure that you're adequately funding your retirement. You should have at least 3 months of living expenses saved in an emergency fund, and you should make sure that you are saving and investing each and every month, and that you're on a financial track to give you financial freedom in the future. Lifestyle inflation is also considered living beyond your means or living at your means, but what you want to do is live under your means. What that means is that you'll have additional money to be able to do what you need to do, additional money to be able to save, to be able to invest, and to be able to have for a rainy day. So in your 40s, you should be beyond living paycheck to paycheck. You shouldn't be in a situation to where if your next paycheck does not come, that you're going to be in a world of financial trouble, but you should have a financial cushion and set yourself up to where you're not relying on the next check, but instead you're being proactive instead of being reactive. So make sure that you're not trying to keep up with the Joneses or keep up with the Kardashians or keep up with any of your friends or family members, and you're not competing with anyone, or you're not trying to draw attention to yourselves. Remember, it is good to live a modest lifestyle. So it's better to have a smaller home and money in your pocket than it is to have a bigger home and no money. It's better to have a more modest car than to have a brand new nice car but have no money in your pocket. It's better to eat at regular restaurants or to even eat at home than it is to go and eat at nice expensive restaurants only to come home and you're putting money on your credit card and you have to pay off that credit card bill, right? And so when you're looking at it, what you have to do is make sure that you're making financial decisions that are setting you up for your financial future so that you can live the life that you envision. So don't get caught up in the YOLO mentality, that you only live once mentality, or the you worked hard so you deserve it mentality, but instead you should have a mindset that you're going to set up your financial future so you could take care of yourself, your children, your family, your church, and anything or anyone else that you would like to take care of. The last money mistake that you can make in your 40s is not having financial knowledge. You cannot turn your finances to anyone else and just allow them to manage it for you and hope that they're doing well. In your 40s, it is not time for you to claim ignorance, saying, I don't know about retirement, I don't know about saving, I don't know about investing, I don't know about all of these things. No, you're earning a good income now, you're getting raises, you're getting promotions, you've been at your job for a while, you're in your career field, and what you need to do now is you need to manage what you have. So in order to help you continue to manage what you have to the best of your ability, what you should do is continue watching the videos on this page, which is all about financial literacy.